Hello, Leo. This is going to be your reading for the weekend of August 1st. So, Friday, August 1st. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2025. Okay? I hope you're doing well. My name is Max. Let's see what the cards have for you for this weekend, Leo. Leo, Leo. Tower reversed. I'm going to pull some more cards, okay? Six of Pentacles, upright. The Hangman. Okay. I'm going to pull a Oracle card too, okay? They're pretty cool, actually. Let's see what it says here. I'll find one for you. Shuffle it up a bit. So this is an Oracle card for the weekend for Leo. For Leo. Leo. Okay. Two little witches. Interesting, right? So this is card number 30. Two little witches, magical space clearing time. So I'll read in the booklet what that means, okay? But also you can use the number, okay? So number 30, I don't know, that could be someone's birthday, or it could be a date, a date, or it could be someone's age, or an address. It could be anything. So just think of that number 30. Number 30 is going to have some sort of signification probably this weekend. It could, right? But it says two little witches, magical space clearing time. Also, well, this is interesting, right? Because you have the Tower in reverse. So, magical space clearing time. So if your magical space is in your house or your apartment or your bedroom, this could indicate construction. So Tower in reverse is kind of like, it's not a surprise, but there's a big change, big disorganization happening. Something is disorganized, something is chaotic, which is interesting, So the Tower could mean there's something abrupt, something chaotic, something noisy, some sort of discombobulation this weekend for you, okay, Leo? So this indicates some sort of, like, it could be, toxicity or disruption or construction, or some sort of repairs going on in where you live, or wherever you are. But I think that really ties in nicely with that Oracle card, right? Magical space clearing time. So this could mean cleaning up. This could mean, like, that's what the Tower in reverse could mean. So it's very interesting. So this could be, it's an important time, sounds like, for you, an important time, maybe even a critical time, but it's a time to be level-headed and cool. And I think, with a Tower in reverse, this doesn't indicate a calamity or anything. This is like something you see, some sort of reorganization, some sort of cleaning or cleaning house or something. So I think it'll be for the best, whatever this is. So you can kind of surf this energy. This isn't, a disaster. This is not what this is. So this is like, this means it's some sort of time to purge out the old, or the broken, or the cluttered. It's a clearing the clutter. It's good for you. It'll be good. Everyone has to do it, right? And I can actually pull some cards to see what that get some more details. So what's this Tower Reverse? What is this about? Tower Reverse. Tower Reverse. Okay, interesting. So so this is the moon. The moon indicates it can be fear, anxiety, some sort of negative thoughts, negative emotional state. It could be an environment where there's a negative emotions happening, or some sort of toxicity. Bad vibes. Maybe there's so this is a very powerful card. It generally indicates the mind and the power of the mind, and how when you the mind can be scary, because the mind is like a very deep lake, and it's all fun and games at the shallow part of the lake where it's sandy, but then you go deeper and there's weeds, and then there's weird fish and stuff. So it can be spooky, right? So this is just reminding you that you have power, mental power, very significant mental power, actually spiritual power, mind power. And this could indicate that this is it could be a dark time for you, maybe stressful time, an anxious time. But the moon reminds you that you can change that around. You can recognize it and change it around, because generally it's related to the power of your own mind. So whenever you pull a moon card, it means you're not understanding how powerful your mind is, and how your mind can positively and negatively affect any situation. So by focusing on the positive, by relaxing, by being peaceful and relaxed and thoughtful and calm, and finding space when you need to find space, that'll really help you. But this indicates there's probably some negative emotional element to this Tower Reverse. I'm going to read the rest of these cards here, but that's it happens. Everyone has to deal with it. Everyone has to deal with stuff like this, right? Maybe it could be a breakup, or some sort of bad relations with somebody, some sort of or just some sort of like you're dealing with some sort of loss, or some sort of fear or anxiety. So this is, it's like cards like this that tarot's for, because it can help you. And so I'm going to try to help you with this. Okay, so this doesn't mean necessarily even a bad weekend, but it kind of indicates that there's some sort of disruption, some sort of darkness. So we'll go further in this reading and see what's going on. Okay. So I wanted to read this. So this is number 30. Two Little Witches. You can find it. Card 30, Two Little Witches. Okay. Magical space clearing time. Okay, make the mundane work for you. It's time to conduct a house clearing, followed by a house blessing. Okay. Here is an easy pointer. New locations, either the smallest of changes for household objects, or rearrangements of what goes where in your bedroom, or an entire move, is very much on your mind when these twin witches show up with their brooms of power. So they're kind of looking at it as a spiritual thing, almost like like a house blessing, so maybe, obviously the moon can indicate a haunting. I don't know if you have a haunting or not. There's spirits all over the place, right? They're all over. There's not really, you can't go 20 feet without running into one. Okay, they're everywhere. They're always going to be there. Okay, you don't need to be afraid of them, but you don't need to. Some of them, you'd rather just leave alone. Okay. And you don't want to just be inviting any of them to your house. So I hope you're not doing that, Leo. Okay. So that could mean haunting. It can mean black magic. It can mean that. Okay. but of the moon card. But in any case, it does seem like there's some sort of chaos in your space or around you. So meditation helps with that a lot. And let me see what else it says here. Whenever we make a change, we always rediscover stuff we've been hanging on to, stuff that's weighed us down without our even realizing it was there. Time for a space clear for you. If there's anything keeping you back from making that change, please make small, useful, and symbolic gestures. Shift the furniture and clear away what you no longer need. So, dude, this is kind of like feng shui here, almost, right? So, yeah. So if your house is cluttered, or you're wherever you live or work, or if it's cluttered, you're in your bedroom, your office, whatever. Clutter invites bad spirits. Just so you know. So it invites. Clutter invites bad spirits, and they kind of dwell there. So you want to make sure, if any clutter is in your house or your office, to clear that out. Like that's in any old things or broken things, anything that you're not using or is linked, or that is linked to bad memories or sad memories, anything that's sad or murky, that brings, that heavy feeling of nostalgia and, like, a lot of people like that stuff, but I don't think that's healthy for you. It's not healthy. So, yes, this would be a great weekend to clear out anything that's broken, anything that's damaged, anything that's linked to any sort of sadness or nostalgia or any sort of heavy emotion, anything that's linked to that, and it's clear it out. And also any clutter, just clear it out. And also if you have any pictures of, old pictures of relatives that have deceased or, have died, or relatives or friends, it's not good to have them around, you could put them in a certain spot, you can hide them in a corner or somewhere or in a particular room, but it's not great to have photos of deceased loved ones everywhere. It's not good. And also another thing, this is just a feng shui tip, because I do know a little bit about feng shui. You don't want to have images that are harsh or dirty looking or crude or barren or harsh, or so you don't want anything that looks rough, like a venomous spider. You don't want to have a picture of that. You don't want to have a picture of a scorpion in your bedroom. You don't want to have a picture of a guy pointing a gun, or a lion killing a gazelle, or nothing like that. You don't want to look even. You want pictures of things that are alive and healthy and fun and light, and so green trees, not dead tree. Green trees. I know people like that. It's like a style. Like people like dead trees, dead forests, and or deserts, like pictures of a desert or something. I would recommend not doing that. So you want to bring good energy into your home. So you want to bring in images of things that are healthy and bright and healthy, and fruit, apple trees, and pictures of them, or living, bright, happy plants, or like flowers, living, healthy flowers in bloom. Those things will help clear that energy for you, okay? It'll help change the energy for you and your environment. I think that'll be very helpful for you. So also you have Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles could indicate that now is a good time to make these changes. It could indicate success from doing these things, from making these changes, from clearing your space. It could indicate you're deciding where to put things. So this is a card about timing, and a card about positioning and placement. So it's really kind of relevant to rearranging your home or cleaning your home, and it's really relevant to making important, productive decisions. So this is a great card to have for that. Okay. Also, you have the Hangman. The Hangman indicates you have the knowledge. That indicates you have knowledge. You have a strong intuition. You have a clarity within you that tells you you're on the right path. So this is a very powerful card. This card just indicates change may not be what does it mean? Hangman means don't act too soon. Don't expect results immediately. It indicates you have knowledge, you have a mental clarity, a spiritual clarity, um, and to stay with that and to don't focus too much on outward action as opposed to inward meditation, knowing. It basically means you're good where you're at. Okay, so when you make these changes, try not to, after you make these changes this weekend, you deal with these changes and maybe this murkiness that you're dealing with, you have like a clarity going forward, but it's saying don't be hasty, don't hang in there, saying be cool for a bit, wait, wait. That's what this means. It means you have knowledge, but wait. Okay, I think it means like wait for the dust to settle, wait for things to settle, and sit for a minute before acting. And I think this card would indicate that you have that clarity to recognize that. So Leo, have a great weekend. Thank you for your patience with this reading. It's been a long reading. Be safe this weekend. Hang in there with this tower reversed. Again, it doesn't indicate calamity. It just indicates change. It indicates change, maybe clutter, and it looks like you know it. You're in. That would indicate that the tower reverse would indicate you know what you're doing. You know you have to do this weekend. So this is just a good reading. It's a good reading. I think you're going to come out of this weekend much more healthier, much more productive, brighter, stronger, clearer, more radiant, unburdened by the things that have gone on. So I'm happy to help. Have a great weekend, Leo, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.